Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be discussing the 1966 horror comedy, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken, starring Don Knotts. Of course, this is the time when Don Knotts was making this little short, and I do mean short, comedies. He did, and the only other one that Don Knotts I think is known for is The Incredible Mr. Limpet. But The Ghost of Mr. Chicken is the other movie role that Don Knotts is known for. He's more known for television. Of course, for the Andy Griffith Show, Three's Company, and a couple of times he was on the television show Matlock a few times. Well, The Ghost of Mr. Chicken is a story where Don Knotts plays a typesetter. Now, for those of you who don't know who a typesetter is, he's a guy who is pretty much is a printer. My father knows about this because he was in the printers union here in New York, and the typesetter is the guy who sets up the newsprint or what goes on the actual paper. He sets up the type, gets the article from the editors and the reporters, and says, okay, this is how you want to have the newspaper set up a certain way to get the news stories on the actual newsprint. And that's his job, but he always wanted to be a reporter. So he gets dared into going to the local haunted house in a small town they're in, and to stay the night, see if there's any ghosts in there. Because apparently there was like a double murder or a murder-suicide thing going on in this house. So he said, I want you to know if the ghosts are still living in this house. 20 years. It was like 20 years after this incident. So go check out, see if this actually happened. So on a day, he goes there, and he gets all scared, runs out of the house. He said, oh, I saw the thing. It was like going to, it was in this painting of the woman who was killed and all that stuff. There was an organ playing, there was nobody in front of it, there was like paint, it was like blood on the keyboard and stuff. And that's what I saw. So the newspaper prints up the story or his story really, but him staying in the house and what creepy stuff he saw. Well, the owner of the house, the property, is a relative of two people who were killed or who died. He sued the newspaper and sued Don Knotts because there's no such, it's like a cynic. He said, oh, there's no such thing as ghosts, and all that, yada. Well, the jury and the judge and the lawyers go to the house, and guess what? They've totally debunked the story. It's not true. And then meanwhile, they found that proof that the guy who was supposed to have died was actually living all these years, hanging out in the house, and he proved to the judge and the jury what he did. And he admitted what he did, and said sorry for all the confusion, sorry that he scared the guy, scared that Nazi's character and all that stuff. And so, but in the end, he actually was a ghost at the end of this movie. Surprise, surprise. Because one of the subplots of this movie was Don Knotts dating actually ended up falling in love with the girlfriend of one of his co-workers, and at the wedding, at the very end of the movie, you see the organ playing, and there's nobody following the organ. So everyone went, it's actually a ghost. And they all screamed out. It's typical funny ending for a movie like this. But, as a movie, I thought the mystery part was good. Of course, it has to be over-the-top comedy because they try to make this into a comedy. Even though it's kind of like a scary movie, but they're trying to put it over the top with the humor, especially for Don Knotts' style of comedy, because he's famous for that type of humor from the Andy Griffith Show. So they're putting in all types of to fit the movie towards his brand of comedy, and some of it was funny. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it was like too over the top funny. Because Don Knotts is doing all the physical comedy himself, and I mean, if he wasn't working with, say, Andy Griffith was good on working on that comedy, but if he doesn't have, let's say, a straight what they call a straight man in comedy, to work off of. The comedy part in this movie, to me, kind of fell flat. It was funny to see his reactions, his physical humor, on the way he physically, went through all this drama and stuff, and how he was trying to be scared and trying not to show off too much of his fear and stuff. But you can tell he was scared silly, and he tried not to show it so much. He tried not to show the people in the town that he wasn't so much of a coward. It was very awkward in scenes. He's trying to play off like this awkward little guy, and I thought that was okay, because it's stereotypically how Don Knotts plays parts of his movies. He's trying to be confident, but he's just as insecure as anybody else, and so that kind of works a little bit, especially if you're not used to seeing Don Knotts as a solo. The main star instead of maybe the second banana. He works well as a second banana, but not as the lead guy. But that's my opinion for what it is. But the movie itself is an enjoyable little movie. It's not that long, thankfully. It's only about an hour and a half, so it feels like the romance between Don Knotts and I forgot who the girl was in the movie, or love interest. I thought that was kind of like a bit rushed, but it kind of works. You see, there was like a little bit of an attraction. The girl was kind of like hot for Don Knotts in the movie, but I thought it kind of works a little bit. But everything seems rushed because the movie's only like an hour and a half long, so it's not very long of a film. But everything seems like a little bit rushed. If they might have cut down I like the romance, but if they cut down a little bit, the movie would have been a little bit shorter, but they padded it out for an hour and a half film. But the movie does work. So that's my review of The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com, that's all WDY, and that's C.com, that's all page of Rally Reviewer. And please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching, catch you next time.